Okay, calm down.
All right.
All right. Well, we are back for the EDC podcast. I am Ari, and here we have Phyllis Hillhouse and Lindsey Wallace with the Parks Department. I'm excited to have them on the podcast today with Let's Talk Luling, and so we're just going to jump right into it. So we'll start with Phyllis. Phyllis, Parks Director. Let's talk about who you are, though. Phyllis. I'm constantly repeating her name. Okay, Phyllis. All right. Phyllis, when did you start working for the city of Luling?
Okay. Yeah, so this is my 11th year with the city. I handled all the facility rentals for the last 10 years. And then recently we started the Parks Department within the city this past year, about 8 months ago. So now I work in the parks.
Yeah.
And now I have some staff. So
And that's been a doozy.
Hired a couple people in September. So yay. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then so you're director of all of that, everything parks. That's whether it's coordinating your guys to go and do cleanup, etc. Any kind of rental. So that'd be like South Side, Zedler, North Side.
Civic Center.
Yeah. Civic Center, everything.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about Phyllis. And then now we have Lindsey Wallace.
That's me.
Take it away. So you're new.
I'm new. I started in September, loving it. I've been in our community for a little over 10 years.
Yeah.
I do our food ministry at the Episcopal Church here in town. I worked for Holly D's for 10 years. So I'm really, Phyllis and I were with Luling Main Street for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
So I love community impact. I love doing things within our community, volunteer work, whatever we can do to bring people to town. Mm-hmm. And revitalize and beautify our existing things.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then so let's backtrack a little bit. So did you grow up in Luling? Did y'all grow up in Luling? I did not. I've been here for 10 years, but I love it. But let's talk about a little bit about y'all. So How did you get here?
Sure. I'm also a transplant. I've lived here 18 years. Don't even live within the city limits. So I guess I'm not considered a Lulingite, but I feel like I am. This community's been amazing. We moved here 18 years ago from Belton, lived there 35 years. I've worked in various fields. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're fine. So that kind of covers it though. So you moved to Luling about 18 years ago. And then, but you started working for the city, you said about
11 years ago.
11. So you've been here for a while. And then Lindsey, so you're new, but when did you move to Luling?
So my husband and I moved here in 2015. His family is originally from Luling. They've been here since the train stopped in Luling.
Oh, cool.
Not kidding. So we moved into a family home here and we just love it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Being able to have just that. So y'all are really enriched in obviously community, and y'all have been a part of Main Street in the past. Are there any other organizations that y'all have been a part of aside from Main Street?
Yes.
Zedler Foundation. That's another
I'm on
one.
the Zedler Mill Foundation board. So we do improvements over at the Zedler Mill properties. Also the Oil Museum board, and Luling Main Street board for 7 or.
Yes, y'all were on it for a long time.
We were on it together. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So we worked together, and so I prayed that Lindsey applied for the job. And
yes,
she did.
I did. Woo!
Yes.
Win for Luling. Not only were you already in Luling and doing things for Luling, but getting part of the city and being hired is like
yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. So that's great. And then so I want to kind of dive into, we talked about you, Phyllis, a little bit and what you do in the Parks Department. Lindsey, I know it's new, but Parks and Recreation Coordinator, what does that all entail? Some people may know because of Music on Main. Y'all had the Spook Parade, certain things that you've been doing that's come from you coordinating it.
Right.
2026 is going to be full, and it's going to be really exciting to see the community come out.
Yeah, our Music on Main series is stacked, and that is once a month, maybe twice a month once we get more funding. Woo! And we, like I said, it is stacked for 2026. We're encompassing with other local events that we have here in town, like the Luling Main Street's Wine Crawl, the Luling Oil Museum's Roughneck. The Roughneck, chili cook-off,
Cookies and carols.
Cookies and carols. So we try to not just take away from their events, but add an extra element to those
That's
events,
awesome.
so we have more community impact.
I love that.
And get more people downtown. You know, we have 5,500 people in town. Let's get them downtown.
Yes.
Some people just don't know that we even have a Rios Pocket Park.
Yeah.
Do we know that we have a peach park? You know, there's
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
true.
of fun things we have, and we're just going to jam pack them with all sorts of fun activities.
Yeah, and that's something too on the economic development side of things is quality of life. And this completely encompasses, it works right into economic development. And with these two ladies here, it is so awesome to have y'all on board and doing what y'all do, because y'all are really bringing out the community with what y'all are doing. And that's really important. So with the events that you have for 2026, are there a couple of things that you can kind of talk about or let our viewers know about it?
Yeah.
Not putting you on the spot. I know
Absolutely.
there's a lot of things still percolating. So give us a minute, you know, but right, we're just now into 2026, but it's really exciting to be able to hear about it. Like, y'all might not hear about it firsthand, you know, whether it's Luling discussion group or whatnot, but getting that information out will be released here soon. If you follow up with city council meetings, or if you go to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee, you hear more about these things. And if you have questions about any of that, feel free to contact myself or these lovely ladies, and then they'll be able to give you that information. But going back to it, there are a couple of things that you can talk about in terms of events that are coming up. So I know like Music on Main.
Our
is
Music
coming up.
on Main series, the Spooktacular Parade, is happening again. That was a fan favorite for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
So that's coming back. We're co-mingling that with the Luling Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
We have the excuse me.
It's okay. You can look at your notes.
Thanks.
There's a lot, like there's some things, like there's a lot of
Rhythms
info
on the-
that you have to
there's a
keep up
ton,
with,
yes.
especially when it comes to coordinating.
Yes.
Like if you think about Lindsey, it's not just like Parks and Recreation. Like you can't really like confine it into like a I don't know, you would say like a box. Like she is almost like the event coordinator in a way for the city.
Right.
And
Which
when it
I've
comes
done
to
for the last
community-
20 years.
I know, but it's such a
privately.
different-
So now it's different being in the limelight, you know,
Yes.
working with the
municipality.
Thank you. That's a hard word to say.
LMNOP.
Got it. But we're working on, movement in the park.
Yeah.
You know, we have two wonderful walking parks at Northside and at Blanche Park.
Yeah.
At Northside, we have a little workout area as well. Plus, it has a playground, so you could bring your kiddos and while they're playing, you can walk the trail and do things. I don't want to knock that over. Bam. And then we're also wanting to do a lot more senior activities. You know, we
That'd
have
be
a lot
awesome.
of a senior crew and a lot of seasoned people in our population.
Yeah,
and
we do.
being able to do something fun like game night and get kids to come out, get our senior citizens, nursing home,
They kept bringing them out of the nursing home.
They can come and have field trips and, bingo.
And I was just thinking like doing like a
Jeopardy.
community or senior bingo would be awesome.
It would be so great. You know, they
Yeah.
do that here at the Housing Authority. They do a bingo. And I think that's it's just something to get them out and being
Get 'em
more
together.
active.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're hoping to do that. Pickleball's real popular. So we're hoping.
I know.
I know.
We've been talking about that a little bit on the back end.
Yes,
but,
we have. And these are things that we want to do, but it goes at a glacier's pace. So we just have to be patient, wait for funding, wait for, the getting approvals even,
I say like hurry up and wait.
That's
It's
same.
very- and, like,
it's a hurry up and wait. You do
but
all
that's
the
right.
work
It's like-
and then you wait and pray.
Yeah.
Are they going to say
Right.
yes? Please say yes. Please.
And the Rhythms on the River.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanna talk
Speaking
about.
of funding, yes. So we are hosting the Rhythms on the River.
Which is going to be new.
It's a new
Get ready.
First, I know.
First
y'all.
annual.
First annual. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be on the scenic San Marcos River at the Zedler Mill
Southern
property.
Pavilion
Uh-huh.
on the property. We're going to do live music, door prizes, wine. We're going to wine and dine you with craft cocktails and delicious eats. We're going to have an amazing caterer
so
with CS
exciting.
Occasions, and she's great. We're working with her close on getting all the things to going with that. Raffle items, door prizes. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to tour the mill, because that's a
Really-
park.
and then too,
So-
that's a gym. It's not
Oh,
only
yes.
just historic, but it's a gym. It's the event space people come out to do, whether it's weddings, events,
All types of events, yes.
Yeah, and so then that is a gym because it's a historic site. It used to be real quick
Yeah.
Is it the cotton gin?
Yes, it was a cotton gin. At
Yeah.
one point, dates back to 1874, so 152 years. So the property's been there a while. The city was lucky enough to be able to purchase that, and then built the event facility. So, yeah, it's a great area right along the river. So it's just gorgeous. We have people come from all over the U.S. to have events there. Actually,
So cool. And then
Yeah.
we're gonna have the first annual Rhythms on the River.
yes.
So is that going to be in the amphitheater area? Because like when you go to Zedler, and hopefully they'll put like a picture, insert picture here.
Yes, there.
Zedler, it's like right here. If you like it's a beautiful open windowed facility, but then I think it was a grant that y'all
Yes.
did with the amphitheater.
We have
Is
the
that where
amphitheater
it's going to
too.
be, the Rhythms on the River?
It's going to be all over the entire complex.
Oh, okay.
So we're encompassing the entire complex. So the picturesque, you're walking into jazz music for the cocktail hour, and you're doing the tour of the the Zedler Museum, and you're seeing the history, because it's a huge complex. It's just beautiful. And then you'll come down, and there'll be your raffle items. It will have door prizes. You'll eat down for dinner. You'll dance. You'll hang out, and it's just gonna be a really fun, enjoying
What's the
time.
date that y'all have selected for
October
that?
23rd.
It's October the
It's a Friday
23rd.
night.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
also taking mental note because I need to make sure that our NRCS USDA grant construction is done by then,
Yes.
so that there is nothing, and that
People fall
land
into-
bridge that can
Yeah.
be. Anyways, there was a terrible. I don't even know, but the culvert crashed, and that's a whole different.
Yeah.
We could talk about grants another day. That's a
Other hat,
Yeah,
the other
no,
hat on.
we do not have that hat on today. Well, and that's going to be, it's a first time. And so how are y'all going to be getting the word out about that? Is it going to be through your website?
Yes.
Facebook?
Yeah, we just sent out
Luling
sponsor
discussion.
letters, and we've heard back from a couple of sponsors already.
Awesome,
We're
cool.
so excited, and we're getting a lot of buzz and traction on it. So if you're interested in being a sponsor, or if you have thoughts or questions or anything for either one of us, please don't hesitate to contact us at any time. We're happy to sit down or chat on the phone, Facebook us, anything.
Yeah.
We're
And you can buy a table.
So you can have a sponsored
Yeah, we'd have a
table.
You can have
sponsored
a sponsored
table, yes.
table.
I'm
And
not
even
thinking
in
about that.
kind, if you don't want to do a table, you don't have time, something's already booked, or whatever it is that you don't want to do it or cannot do it, we have the in kind. So you could do a raffle item or a door prize, donate a raffle item or a door prize. So
Oh,
that
that's
fits better
awesome.
in your
Yeah.
pocketbook.
Yeah, that's awesome. And two, I wanted to talk about a little bit of when it comes to parks, like obviously, you go to Luling discussion group for all the tea. There was that recent also, y'all took down the bathrooms at Longer,
Yes.
which I actually love. Like whenever I don't even know what street it is. Is it Crockett or Bowie? Which street is it? Whenever
Yes,
you're
it is.
looking
Travis
at
and
Travis.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to be able to see through.
Opened it up.
Looks so
Opened it
pretty.
up so beautifully, and when it's lit at night, it's just so much
Yeah.
more open. Yes, we're actually taking some quotes to hopefully build a new restroom facility there, so it'll be ADA compliant. Proposing to have it on the corner, kind of like a catty corner
Yeah.
from Dairy Queen there, well lit, cameras on it. But yeah, so it would be great, close to the playground, so young children could use the restroom quickly as needed. So we're hoping to get funding for that this year, hopefully.
Yes.
So that would be a new build there at Longer Park. We also are proposing this summer camp again this summer. We
cool.
had that last summer. It went over well. We had over 75 children attend, and so Brittany Halliburton, she's amazing. She was our camp manager. She's agreed to come back this summer.
Oh,
All
awesome.
10 camp staff are eager to come back. So we're going to be rolling that out again for kids ages 5 to 11 this summer. It'll be June 1st through July 31st.
Okay. All right. So
So-
then whenever it comes to, enrolling into the summer program, is it going to be kind of the same as last time? So
Same as
fill
last
out.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're actually also are buying new recreation management software. So
Oh,
we're going to
cool.
be rolling that out probably the end of April, just in time for all the registrations for this. It'll be so much smoother and simpler
Yeah.
process for us this year.
Okay. Well, that will be a lot easier to kind of,
Yes.
yeah.
Looking
Sorry,
forward to
my-
that.
I got like something in my throat. Boy. I'm going to take a swig of this real quick.
Same.
So also, the Parks Department out of the Zettler Mill office, we handle all the rentals for all the city rentals,
All right.
as already mentioned before. So we have the Zettler Mill Pavilion, the Zettler Guest House. A lot of people don't even know about the Zettler Guest House there across from the mill. It can accommodate up to 14 guests, and anyone can rent that. And then we have the Civic Center, North Side and South Side facilities. So we rent all of those through the office there. Also, this past year, we have a new Parks Advisory Board comprised of 11 citizens from the area, one nominated by the mayor, one by each council member, and then 5 at large from applications that were brought in. So they're a great asset to us. We have an attorney on there, 2 school principals, just a wide array of folks. And so they make recommendations and help us along on guiding the department and suggestions. And so they've been amazing to work with. We're actually right now contracted with Freeze and Nichols
Okay.
on a new aquatic complex. So that's
Awesome.
going to be in the works over the next couple of years or so. We're doing it in phases. So phase 1 hopefully will be completed this year. And so we're looking at funding for that as well.
Okay.
So
And it's nice too with the back to the Parks Advisory Board is like you have different people from the community that bring in that community piece, you know, where
Right.
it's like they're kind of a voice from the community
Their
standpoint
area.
into, you know, what their area and what they believe would be important or an asset to bring
Right.
to the community. And that's really
Right.
important. That's really nice to have. And then too, on the aquatics complex, y'all also are working on y'all's master plan
yes,
for parks as well.
master plan. Yes.
There's a lot. See, some of y'all,
There's a lot going on.
y'all don't really know what's
It's
going
a
on.
busy year. Yeah. So rolling out new software, working on the aquatic complex with the firm. Then we'll be working on the parks master plan this year. So yeah, it's a busy year for us and so many activities and things coming up. It's a very exciting year. So we're off and running and
Yeah,
excited
y'all are.
about it.
That's a lot going on. There's a lot percolating. You're going to also start to see more and more, like, as these things start to really evolve and come out of the ground, you're going to see this whole town kind of blossom in a new way, not take away from the
Right.
quaintness of the community, but I really think it's going to enrich us all the more. Like, we already have that historical base, you know, and the
Right.
people that have been here forever, right? I'm a
Right.
transplant myself, but really the community coming out and being supportive or just being in the town through these events as well is really going to start to, we're going to be able to see just that growth in a new way. It's like a different kind of growth. It's not so much like people coming in if you think about growth, but even just growth in the community aspect of people being together.
Right.
And I think that's really important. That's what makes a community, you know,
Right.
people in place.
Yeah, so enhancements not only for the folks that live here, but you know we're going to be exploding probably in population in the next 5 years. So you know
Yes.
those folks are going to be expecting things in the parks and other things in the community. So
It's really
a
neat to
great
be a
time.
part of that too.
It is.
Like obviously like a lot of people know like we're on the precipice of change, you know. We can already kind of start to see the molding of the growth in the community. But it's really neat to know that you're like a catalyst to it. Again though, not going to take away, you know, just the quaintness of the community, but it's going to be nice to be able to have things in place for whenever the new community members come in or move in. Like, for example, at Ladera, we've got about less than 500 homes that are going to be filled. You put 5 people in each home, you know, then that gives you kind of a perspective of the population increase and what they would expect. And you don't want them to go to different towns to get a sense of community. You want them here, you know, and being able to have the events and being able to have the parks and have all those things established. It's really cool to be a part of that.
It is. It
Being a
is.
trailblazer to uplift
like
and
that.
beautify
Right.
and help with existing things that we already have. You
Yeah.
know?
Just upgrades.
Yeah.
Just upgrading.
So we constantly, you know, we go around to the facilities. We make a list of work orders. So and then we go around to the parks, and we're always looking for things. And we appreciate people letting us know.
Yeah.
You know, if a slide's broken or whatever, and we'll get on that. So yeah, the public's input is important to help us keep everything nice and for everyone.
Yeah,
It's their
having
parks.
eyes.
It's
It
their
is.
parks. Yeah. Also, a lot of people don't know that the Parks and Rec Department also handles the Luling City Cemetery.
Oh,
So we do all the new plot sales. We research any existing plots. If if you're coming to town to visit your grandmother who was buried there, but you don't have any idea where she is,
Yeah.
we can let you know that. And and we mark the graves, for our interment burial or cremation or whatnot. So so that's also included in under the umbrella.
Y'all
there.
do a lot, and I'm happy to have y'all on because I think some people, it's easy to be like, oh, what does the Parks Department do?
Yeah.
They parks.
Yeah.
They don't know a lot of the inner workings and what
Right.
makes the department, and why it's instrumental to the city and having y'all in place and what y'all do. And so I think it's nice to be able to have y'all on to be able to go, we do all of these things. And people go, oh, that's the Parks Department, trailblazers in a way. So then too, with the events and what's coming. So rhythm on
the River.
Thank you. Rhythm on the River. Say that 5 times fast.
Right. That's I'm saying that in my head. Say it 5 times fast.
Rhythm on the River. Rhythm on the River.
You got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Anyways, is there any other, so we had Main Street on the last podcast to kind of segue in, y'all were previous board members. I was a board member for a little bit. And then y'all have there's the wine crawl, that's Mother's Day weekend. Rage and Cajun. Are there any kind of tandem events that y'all are going to be doing with those that y'all can pen? For example,
Yes.
the wine.
And the Oil Museum barbecue cook-off.
Right.
We're
We're providing music during the Roughneck Chili Cook-Off.
Awesome.
During Cookies and Carols, during the wine crawl, and then we have August and September, October even. All those music. The only months we're not doing music on Main is June and July because
It's so hot.
It's got awful hot, and everyone's vacationing.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Watermelon Thumb.
Yeah.
Right.
People are amping up.
They're already.
Watermelon Thumb's a beast.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole entity
It's a
in
whole
itself.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. But not only just events downtown because that's one of our parks. This is the Rio's Pocket Park Plaza.
Yeah.
And we have other parks like Northside Park, and that's a great facility. It has our baseball fields and basketball courts and in the Northside clubhouse that you can rent as well. And then on the south side here, we have the Southside Park right next to the golf course, which is a really fun place. But did y'all know that we have a disc golf course?
Yeah. So no, I don't think a
yeah.
lot of people know.
Yeah, we have a disc golf course at Sedler South. It's over
Yeah.
there by the paddle, where our down on the down
river
inside
area.
on
Yeah.
the Highway 80,
Uh-huh.
and it's an 18-hole disc golf, and there's
What I didn't
talks
even know.
of hoping to have a tournament soon and
Cool.
a fundraising tournament to help upgrade it a little bit. you
Yeah.
know?
So oh gosh, see, this is what I know about disc golf. The discs or whatever.
Actual-
to build,
yeah, it's an
build,
actual
build
frisbee.
tee boxes.
That's
and,
really
Yeah,
cool.
there's an actual
Just make
frisbee, throw a
improvements.
pie, and you go. I don't know. I'm not a disc golfer, but I've learned a lot of disc golf disc
Yes.
golf working with Joel.
Shoot,
and-
in a couple of years, you're probably gonna
I
be
know,
like,
right?
there's Lindsey going out there throwing
And
her
when we get
frisbees.
more
That's her lunch. That's her lunch hour.
That's our lunch hour. Where's Lindsay? Just at a park.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm at Southside doing disc golf.
with revitalizing that, because
Yeah.
it is in a floodplain, so it has been underwater
Yes.
many of time, and so some of those they're called baskets.
Yes.
And some of those baskets do need upgrading and moved, especially in the lower shelf part of that park, where we shut that part of that park off during events when Sedler Mill is rented. So then people can still go and play disc golf and instead of shutting down the front 9 and you can only play the back 9, it's so we can be able to be more user friendly, more family friendly too.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
and make improvements there. Build better tee boxes, and then more tournaments would come in.
A lot
Yeah.
more
to use
tournaments,
the
which then
property.
brings more people in town.
Yes.
Exactly.
And we're
then they
hoping
eat
restaurants
and they
and
shop.
hotels.
and that's what we're
and-
hoping to do, tournaments during things that we have downtown or going on in town, like
Yes.
big events for
Tie into it.
Yeah, to tie into it.
Which
that
would be
they can
perfect to
go.
be able to kind of be able to schedule tournaments to tie
Right.
into what's going on downtown. So then it's like, okay, we're done with tournament. Let's go
Yeah.
downtown Main Street and see what's
Right.
going on, or
Yeah,
music on Main or whatever.
and correspond with other restaurants. I have a coupon. I did disc golf and I get to eat at such and such for 10%
Right.
off. Or
Yeah.
a free appetizer. To
Right.
Yeah.
entice those folks to get downtown.
Yeah,
tied in.
incentivize them to just kind of come into town. And I mean, obviously, our downtown, we have, whether it's Blake's Han Palace just recently opened. There will be a new, which, I mean, it's not anything on the EDC side. It's something separate that a couple of people have invested in and putting in. But I think people have seen it on the door, the white catter. That's going to be
the wild catter.
Yes.
I always say
wild
white catter. Wild catter. The wild catter restaurant that's going to open,
awesome.
which I hope to. Right.
It's like it's an oil town. The white catter. What's the white? No,
What is a white catter? I don't even know. You start talking about cats. That's
I know that's why it is.
Get
Exactly.
Get off on a whole nother thing there.
Oh, you start talking about cats.
You can talk for a while.
I know. We
I
can talk
digress.
about speed lines. Wild catter. But that's going to be exciting when that opens, because then it's another addition, another place to eat. And two, with the restaurants being able to stay open later, some restaurants close, about
5:30 or
5:30.
Yeah, because they're open up so early in the morning.
Yes. And so hopefully that will, once we have, these different events that are going, then it'll kind of even help store owners to be able to stay open later as well.
Sure.
Because that traffic downtown, I know like the wine crawl, they stay open because that's a part of the business, piece of it. But yeah, it's exciting, the things that are percolating.
Yeah.
I love talking about it. But it's one of those on the EDC side where I know other things and I'm like, can't talk about those things yet. But you'll know whenever I can talk about them. And so, but too, whenever Phyllis was talking about North Side, that where the new Aquatics facility is going to go. So we're looking at maybe a 2 to 3 to maybe 4 year process, because it's going to be done in phases.
Right.
That's going to be a huge addition to the town.
It will be. And, currently over there, we're having upgrades right now to the ball fields. So Little League got the Not No Luling grant.
Oh, cool.
So they've enhanced the dugouts, made them larger, getting 2 brand new, beautiful new scoreboards.
That's awesome.
They'll be installed probably within the month. So always trying to
be able to upgrade or help.
Yeah,
right?
just in time for the spring season. Praise God. Yeah.
Yes,
it's going to
perfect.
be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be great. It's really exciting to be able to, it's, again, Luling Discussion Group where all the tea is, but it's nice to be able to see like the things that are going on that people might not be familiar with,
Right.
And really y'all are a hub for that information when it comes to community events or things that are kind of going on that have that sense of place, right? That community, that sense of place. So if you'll have any questions about anything like that, these 2 ladies are the people to go to with questions.
Yeah.
And
or any
getting
recommendations, on an event
Mm-hmm.
or an activity you would like to see. And
Yeah,
we
holler at
love
us.
we love
Absolutely.
ideas, and that's what we do. And also what's going to mention at Zedler Mill, Zedler Mill property and Zedler Guest House, we're looking at security camera upgrades there.
Awesome.
So that's a nice project that hopefully will be happening this year as well. So
And we'll help deter some of the vandalism we have in our parks, which is really hard and sad to see.
And then also cameras at Longer Park, upgrading those. So we're looking at getting quotes for that as well.
Yeah, that'll be definitely a good addition for safety purposes, but also, for the times whenever unfortunately, is vandalism that's recently happened, and during that.
Correct.
That would be a really good addition in these different locations.
Yeah, keep it a healthy space for everyone to use. So
yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we want to highlight while we're here or we're sitting here. I think we kind of covered everything.
I think so.
Unless there's anything like specifically that y'all know that's going on in town. But so like when's the next music on Main?
February the 7th.
Okay, so mark your calendars, February the 7th. That's Friday.
It's
Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
it's a Saturday.
That one's a Saturday.
Oh.
We go some
we go
Friday,
back-
some Saturday. So
Yeah, we
Okay.
wanted to do it on a Friday every month, and then football.
yeah.
Oh,
And
we
other-
can't,
other-
you can't
other things,
compete with
so-
football.
No,
No
we
way, no
cannot.
how. Not in Texas.
If you try to, good luck.
And no one's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've had we
Fight your
started our
battles.
music in August, and our music series in August, and we've had great sponsors for those. And so
Right.
far, and the sponsors we have are able to sponsor all of our music for 2026 as well, which is
Oh.
fantastic.
That is.
And we tried to make sure, like, we know how we coexist with other community not rituals, what are they? Activities and things in town.
Yeah.
And that's when we noticed, okay, Lindsey, let's focus on the dates. Let's look at everyone's calendars. Let's see what it is. What's Luling ISD doing? What is this? What is that?
Awesome.
When's UIL? Because, you know, if we have
that's true.
35 kids at UIL, that's 60, 70 parents that are gone. They're not going to be downtown.
And in a small community, that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And so you can see it when we did have a conflict, there wasn't very many. And, you know, our last one was it was during Cookies and Carols. We had almost 400 people come down.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The Barted Chippies played and they were amazing. Previous ones, we had anywhere between 90 to 250. This past one we had a bit of a rain delay, and then, you know, it was real cold and rainy, which it happens in the winter months.
Unexpected
but we still
in Texas.
had about 30 people. It was a very
amazing.
intimate jazz pianist, James LaRue. It was amazing. And they stuck it out. We stood under the pavilion for the rain that lasted
and
half
then
an
the weather
hour.
was great.
It was beautiful.
It was so
the
nice.
sky was beautiful. The moon was, it was awesome. It was an awesome night.
Perfect.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. So I'm eager to see how we do February the 7th, hoping that we're not too chilly.
Yeah.
And that's Salt Flat Boulevard that's playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Local
they
band.
are. Okay.
Local
Yeah.
guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's Derek, right?
That's
Mhm,
Derek.
that's Derek.
Main
He's the
Street.
drummer.
Main Street director is the drummer.
We'll
to
need to
Salt
put him
Flat.
on like a higher platform so we can
Multi-talented.
see him.
It would be like Main Street director. He'd be like, "Oh my God,
Oh, great. Thanks, guys.
thank you."
Yeah, the Main Street manager.
And I think
yeah.
I like told him last week, like, I don't remember if this was a part of the segment or if it was off camera, but I was like, I've always wanted to be a drummer. And he was like, well, you can watch me if you want to. You know, kind of
I'll
thing.
teach you.
You're like, whenever, like, he would be like, yeah, you can just come and like watch me at
you
Music
can
on
be
Main
the
or
cymbal.
whatever. Oh, yes. Give me the
Tambourine.
You know, a little jazz.
Or a maraca.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
can
can do
do
it.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
totally.
I'm shameless too. So be like, hey, everybody.
Hello.
You know, but that's cool. So, okay, Salt Flat's going to be at February 7th. It's going to be on a Saturday evening this in February. And then too, but you said you flop it kind of back and forth dependent upon.
Yeah, depending
Whatever
on
the conflict. If there's a conflict, we'll switch Friday, Saturday. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's nice to kind of know. Is there a place that you can find those dates?
Yes, you
that
can
on
find
the-
them on our Luling Parks and Recreation Facebook page.
Okay.
We also have a Parks Happening on the City of Luling website
Cool.
that we keep updated on upcoming events, and that we have a poster on there now that has all of our events coming up for
People
Music
can put
on
it
Main.
in schedule.
They can
Yes.
put it on their schedule and Facebook. You know,
Yeah, like our
everyone's-
Facebook page.
Like
It's,
and share our Facebook page.
Luling Parks and Recreation is the name of it.
Yes,
So,
and we just like and share it.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if you're scrolling by, if you hit a like button, it's going to get more traction. It's going to be in your algorithm. Because if you just keep on flowing
Right,
through
yeah,
it,
you're
you'll
never
never
gonna
see
see
it
it.
again.
Yeah.
You're never going to see it. I mean, come on. This is the age and era of social
Of
media.
social media.
Algorithms are everything.
All
Animals
the
are
rage.
always on my algorithm.
Same cat videos. This is Jeff.
It's so true. Oh man. Yeah. So okay, Music on Main. Back to that. Man, we start talking about kitty cats. We're gonna get somewhere else.
yeah.
That's right. Go on all day.
Oh yeah, this will be a 5-hour podcast. Everything feline. That's another one. No, I'm just kidding. Everything feline. Oh man. Whew. Man, I'm working on this coffee over here. It's good.
So we have a lot in the works, and you
Yes.
know, Mark, the new city manager, started this department in April. That was after the budget had been approved, so we really kind of been working on a shoestring budget, and thankful for folks that have been sponsoring us. And but you know, starting April 1, we will have a budget, and so we're working on that right now. But it's been amazing. Lindsey Prince. So 2 Lindseys in the department.
Lindsey.
The Lindsey, yeah. They've both been amazing. They've only been here 3 months. You would have thought they'd done this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Both of
They
them.
just pretty much hit the ground running.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
yeah.
They did.
We
They
did.
So
Which, I mean, you have so much experience just in Main Street. I mean, you were president of Main Street for a long while. And so when it comes to coordinating, you're like, I've got this, like, yeah, it's like hold my beer.
I've been a coordinator for all my adult life since my 20s. So my entire adult life, I've been a coordinator of sorts.
Yeah.
And it's nice because you're already really, you're already plugged into the community. So you already have those relationships with community members and being able to go and not only inform them, but, if they have any like sponsorship questions and whatnot, you're like, hey, I'll just stop by the shop, you know?
And fundraising is, my specialty. I've done fundraising since I was a child and, with youth groups and at churches and this and other aspects of my life. So I'm just so grateful to working for the city and being able to, get paid. Get paid. Yeah, get paid. I know.
But that's what makes a job worth it too, because you love what you do.
I do.
Yes.
So that's the people you want in those positions.
Yeah, because then it's like, it's not about really them. Like, yes, it's nice to get paid, but you're like, I love this community. I love being able to plan events for the community and bring people out. And that's what makes it so worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have such a great team.
Yes.
So works so well together.
And it's great because, I love our Spitfire meetings when you have an idea and then we just start rolling with it. And it's great. I love that. I'm looking forward to our next one.
Well, so like, for example, let's go back to Rhythm on the River.
Yes.
How did that come? Like, where did that idea come from?
So we need money.
Yeah.
And I can't just go ask, Joe Blow for money all the time, and it's
primarily it started from the disc golf because we went over there and surveyed all that. It needs work. So we're like, so
because it is in a floodplain. Yeah. So we do.
And we were involved in the ladies' luncheon fundraiser that we did for Main Street. We were both on that board, and that was a great event. It was like a fashion show too.
Yeah.
And
we had animals
fun.
there. Remember the pups?
Yeah. So we're like, we're going to do something like that again. You know, everybody loves to get together for things like that.
They do, and
good cause.
You have them over for dinner. When you have a business colleague, you have them over to dinner, and you gotta steak dinner. Hey, can I have some money, please? Please, homes for the poor. Because we are a shoestring budget, and then the things that we want and the things our community wants, we have to have money for it, and and it doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, we have to
look for grants.
Look
and
for
a lot of those
grants,
grants, we have to have the master parks plan,
which is why we have to do the master parks plan.
So that's coming up. Hopefully, by the end of this year, sometime in that time frame. So once we get that in place, then we can apply for more grants.
Yeah. And I like it. It's very almost like, I don't know, maybe the word is like, I think about entrepreneurship, but like, it's very innovative. It's like, okay, how can we not so much like, there's a certain amount in the budget.
Right.
It's like, so how can we be creative to be able to fund these things that the community wants, but maybe it's not in the budget.
Right.
So let's do an event. Let's have whether it's, the door prizes or whatever it is. And then it's like, and then reallocate those funds towards the things that the community wants. And it helps because it just constantly just pours back in.
It's a win-win.
It is. Yeah. So it's not something where people might think like, oh, well, the city might try to pocket. It's like, no, we're trying to pour in. Like that's why we're in the seats that we are, because we have a sense of community. We want better for the community. We want to strengthen it. This is how we have to sometimes be innovative, to be able to push in and be able to provide back, We want to answer the community's needs. In order to do that, we have to be.
And there's
creative.
some great organizations and companies, in Texas that, we get grants through. I mean, there's LCRA. They've always been amazing.
Yep.
Texas Parks and Wildlife, St. David's Foundation,
Yep.
and lots of others. Those are just to name a few. But
Night No Luling, even for just nonprofits.
No Luling for the locals. So
but
all
grants
those
for the
have been
city.
amazing for Luling.
Yeah. It's been essential to be able to have the grant funding to be able to help with projects, whether it's federal level, state level, of course, like federal and state sometimes are a little bit more like infrastructure, but even just LCRA, like the community development block, no, that's not the community development block grant. That's USDA. What is it? CDPP, Community Development Partnership Program.
There you go.
There it is. Oh, you start getting in acronyms and I'm like, LMNOP. I'll get it. I was like, it'll come. Oh man. Anyways, but yeah. So, and I mean, that's what, and I'm going to quote so people don't think I'm just like cussing on purpose, but the Big Ass Fans in the Civic Center, that was an LCRA grant that we got.
$50,000.
Yeah. Which worked like a champ.
It makes a huge difference, which of course I'm like,
my sweater.
We'll see how great it is at Go Texan.
It makes a difference. I mean, it's a couple
they
of
need
times
to be flying at Go Texan.
but it's nice whenever I can walk in and be like,
yes.
I got that for the city, and it's nice. You get to see what you do. Yes, it's
yeah,
cool.
It is
I
very
get it.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
with
very
our Quilts
cool.
and Cars fundraiser we do every year.
Yes,
I know it's nothing with Parks and Recreation, but we do that every year, and it feeds over 14,000 people every year.
Yeah.
So it puts in for our school scholarships and this and that and students and whatever. It, all these little bits that we do. $1 goes a long way.
Yeah.
And if we can get
And we have an amazing community.
amazing community.
Yeah.
That always steps up.
Yeah.
Every
to help.
time.
Yeah.
Many hands make light work.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's true. And it takes a village. It takes
absolutely.
a community sometimes to pull things forward and push things forward. And anyways, and that's something that's so, I think, wonderful about y'all's department. Like, yes, y'all are a municipal, department, but at the same time, it's so much about community.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's in the name, parks.
Right.
Like that is immediately when somebody sees parks, it's like community.
Right.
And that's what y'all are about. And y'all have got a great team in order to be able to push these things forward and get things in line, like all of even just like the master plan and certain things that have to be there in order to bring what the community wants, like upgrades to the park. You have to have this in order to get this.
Right.
And I think it's important, even through this podcast, being able to like put that out there for people to understand, because it seems so easy, to be like, well, upgrade the park. And it's like, well, you have to have a master plan. You have to have a master plan in order to get grant funding. And even with grant funding, it saves taxpayer
Sometimes
money.
there's a match. Sometimes
And you
there's
have to
not,
get
so-
approval.
Yeah.
It's not.
There's a lot of things that go
Right.
into making this happen.
Right.
And I think, working for government agent or, government, I was with Caldwell County with the grants department, and then now with the city of Luling, it makes me appreciate what goes into making a community work, that much more.
Sure.
Because there's so much that goes in.
so
And
many
that's one
parts,
thing that I do love about working for the city of Luling is the people that we work with. Because I said this, I believe, when on my first podcast, whenever Aiden was interviewing me, is it's like, we all get along.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. Like I hear other
And
communities.
organizations get along.
Yes.
It's great.
And
It's
support
nice.
each other.
Like, I mean, naturally, like with the family, there might be some like,
Yeah.
but you're like, everything kind of, it all works and we all move forward.
Not all cities are like
No.
No.
that. Yes.
Yeah, and I love being able to work for a community where it is kind of like a family. We all
And it
kind of
puts
work
community
together.
first. We're not the future of Luling. The children are, and we have to put what will bring kids back home.
Yes.
What when they go off to college, what will bring them back home.
And that's
to stay.
too with me, like that's but too, even like EDC related, that's workforce development. And that's a whole nother podcast for another day.
Right.
Is like even just yesterday, I was at Texas State Technical College doing a tour of their new Braunfels campus and working with certain, I'll say, stakeholders, just for right now to be concise, that is like, how do we get kids to come back and work in Luling?
Right.
And like bring them back home. But also too, parks, the community events, right? What entices them to come back home? Not only do I have a job, right? Because people can travel for a job.
Yeah, but what else can I do?
They want to
Yeah.
come back to their community.
Yeah, what else is there to do?
And that's what's
Exactly.
pivotal to what y'all do.
Exactly. And I wanted to give kudos also to our parks building and grounds maintenance guys.
Oh,
David
God,
Brown
they're
and those
amazing.
guys, they work
Amazing.
very hard and they
Night out,
take care
late
of
hours.
everything. They they work overnight. We have guys cleaning overnight the facilities. So we have all the facilities that they take care of, and then all the grounds at those facilities, plus all the parks, plus other areas that the city owns, other property the city owns. We mow all that, shred all that, weed eat all that. So
in the dead of summer.
yeah. In
No,
the
it's
heat of
hot.
summer or cold of winter. So those guys, they're the
amazing.
heart.
They
they're
are
the
the
heart of the
backbone,
department.
honestly.
I know, and I think about like public works or like those guys in parks, like they are what keeps everything moving
Everything's
along.
going. Yeah.
Exactly.
And like if they weren't working those late hours or the night hours or like
On call.
I think the city manager Bill Shuley, who is the wastewater
Water.
supervisor director, like they had a late night, like, hey, this lift station, and he's like, I gotta go, and it was it's after work hours, but he's going out there.
Right.
Whenever I think it was last winter, one of the pipes busted off of 80 or Austin Street. Bill and his guys were out there after hours fixing, and that those are things that like it's so easy to just drive past and be like, oh, our city guys are out there.
Yeah.
But that's like time away from their, again, right? It's their job. Yeah. But at the same time,
there's a lot of extra involved in it.
Yes, like away from their families, like
weekends.
On
call for the weekend.
And so that's things that I think that some may underappreciate, but those are the things that we get to see. Yeah. And I think it's important. I think, just as that sense place community, etc., is always remembering those people that keep the city moving forward and working behind the scenes.
Yes.
So yeah, I love it that you took a shout out to them, because they deserve,
They do.
Yeah.
They really do.
They do.
That applause and just gratitude for what they do.
Well, we appreciate you allowing us to share the direction and all the exciting things coming up for the Parks Department and the city and residents. I mean, like I said, it's their parks. We're just a catalyst to try to make them better and bring in some fun things.
Yes. Well, thank you again, Lindsey and Phyllis, for being on. And this will conclude our podcast. If you please like and subscribe and follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you'd like to hear more about what's going on in Luling or what's coming to Luling, this is Let's Talk Luling. So this would be your page to know everything and what's going on, whether it's the city or events that are happening. But I would go ahead and maybe on the city's website, go to the Parks Department, have their info saved in case you have any questions about upcoming events or even new ideas that y'all might want to add, or even go to a Parks Advisory Committee board meeting and just see, because that's sometimes what you'll see, what's kind of percolating on the back end, or, And
that is on the city website. It's also posted in the kiosk at City Hall.
Yes.
And you can contact the Parks Department and find out those meeting dates as well. We'd love to have anybody's input there.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time. We're out.
Thanks. See, are we over time? He's like laughing.